Yeah, it was quite a surprise, and there's nothing else to say besides that. He was expected to leave though and retire in 2026, potentially earlier than that. But certainly the timing of now seems surprising. Obviously, there was a disagreement between him and the board regarding strategy. That's what we understand. In regards to a turnaround, what we think could happen, and what we've seen happen in prior examples of this, is a new management comes in, resets expectations, so perhaps even brings down expectations, right? And then in doing that, could potentially lead to a recovery. The big pain point is the North American dealer inventory situation. So just correcting that all at once, perhaps cutting production, maybe even cutting pricing, although I don't think that's what they want to do. That could be what happens with the new management team. And we've seen in the past, John Elkann, the chairman of the board with Ferrari, when they went through a similar CEO change, they actually were able to improve the company. And the stock is up like 140% since that CEO change. I don't know if that'll happen here. It's a little bit of a different situation, but certainly that's what some people hope, is that we get a new management team, resets expectations, and then could potentially set the company up for a better future.
Well, Stellantis said that they will have a new CEO in the first half of 2025, but we are already hearing some potential names to take on that role. So I'm wondering whether you're forecasting that perhaps we'll get that announcement sooner than what they have initially indicated, and whether that could actually help the share price performance.
Yeah, that's a good question. It's in their best interest to get a new management team in. Because in order to do this guidance, for 2025, you need to have the new management team before they report the fourth quarter results, potentially. That's in the February, March kind of time frame. So it would be inelegant to not have a CEO, have to give guidance, then get a new management team shortly thereafter, and then change the guidance. So I think it's in their best interest to get a new management team as soon as possible. It does make sense that they're naming names now. This is probably something they've been thinking about, right? Mr. Tavares was going to retire in early 26 anyway. So yeah, if that were to happen, they announce a CEO, I do think it could be positive, but investors really want to know where they're going to guide the 2025 numbers. Are they going to quote unquote kitchen sink? Right. And then we can understand better what the strategy is exactly.
Interesting. Well, just tell us also how you are rating Stellantis amid its peers, because, of course, there's this interim domestic corporate story, but at the same time, there's pressures across the sector, whether Chinese competition, the struggling to electrification. Just explain to us how you view Stellantis vis-a-vis its peers.
Yeah, I mean, the autos industry right now it's very challenging. Stellantis is no exception. They have a North American dealer inventory issue. You have CO2 regulations hitting next year in Europe. To your point, you have Chinese competition, challenges on multiple fronts, but it's not just them. It's happening across the board. We rate them a sector perform. We really like only a few names in our coverage. We like, General Motors. We actually like Tesla, and we like Ferrari. Those are the names I think most people have been interested in, and that we feel is somewhat safe to power through the challenges ahead. But yeah, it's going to be a tough going at Stellantis. There's a lot of work to do.